What's up, Misfit Nation? Welcome to another episode of the Misfit Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Matt the Misfit. Today, we're going to go over the review results, all that good stuff of Wrestle Kingdom 17 live from Tokyo, Japan in the Tokyo Dome. Several things happened. We have new champions crowned. One title change I was not expecting to see happen. We've seen the debut of Sasha Banks, the former Sasha Banks, now Mercedes Mone. I've seen history made as women competed on the main card for Wrestle Kingdom. The very first time ever as KAIRI defended the IWGP Women's Championship against Tam Nakano. We also seen the final New Japan Pro Wrestling match for Keiji Muto, who will be retiring at the end of February. All that stuff and much, much more. If you like what you see here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment down below. Let me know all the good stuff that you liked about the show and what you want to see future more of. We got ourselves on Spotify, Amazon Music, Audible, Google Podcast, Pandora, iHeartRadio, and Stitcher.com. All of those podcast platforms that you can listen to and all that good stuff. Much, much more. So, Wrestle Kingdom was a fine show. It was actually a really good show. Some matches went longer than I thought they should, and then some didn't. Quickly go over the pre-show. There was a match that originally was supposed to be pegged for the main show, was announced then for the pre-show, which was the Antonio Inoki Memorial 6-man tag match. Yuji Nagata, Kojima, Togi Makabe, defeating Tatsumi Fujinami, Minoru Suzuki, and Tiger Mask, which weird to see Suzuki on a fucking pre-show. But there's that. We find out who's going to be competing at New Year's Dash tomorrow for the provisional KOPW championship. We got Great Okan, Shingo Takagi, Toriano, and Sho are going to compete for that championship. And we have the exhibition match between Bolton and Oeo. So there's that. But the main show opened with your IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. We had TJP and Francesco Akira defeat Leo Rush and Yo to retain the tag titles. This one surprised me a lot. I thought a little bit. I actually thought Leo Rush and Yo were gonna win the titles. They did not. Surprise victory on that whole thing. So let's talk about that here. But you basically like your standard cruiserweight match. If this is WCW, this is how WCW would open their pay-per-views with high-flying cruiserweight action. Immediately, Yo and Leo Rush dive to the outside while TJP and Akira are making their entrances. At one point in the match, Leo Rush, I don't know how it happened, but I'm assuming he landed on the guardrail somewhere out there and busted his head open. So he's bleeding from, I believe, one side of his face. Yo hits a drop kick on TJP, tags in Rush. Akira tags in as well. Rush hits a schoolboy into Gary. Rush starts hitting some more. Leo Rush starts hitting some more series of kicks. Leo Rush fights off a double team. It's a springboard back elbow into his opponents. TJP slides out of the ring to avoid the move. Akira slides out of the ring as well. Leo Rush hits the rope onto TJP, runs back into the ring. It's a tope on Akira. Leo Rush gets Akira back into the ring, hits a spinning kill switch for a near fall. Yo tags in. TJP stops Yo from hitting the Sweet Chain music. But Yo and Rush start to fight back. Yo takes out Akira. I'm gonna say Akira Tozawa. Akira Francesco Akira, that's what I'm talking about, with a super kick. Everyone is down. Yo puts Akira onto the top rope, counters with the avalanche maneuver. But Leo Rush sends TJP and Yo back into the corner, hits super kick, a superplex on Akira. Yo hits brainbuster onto a knee. Rush. Leo Rush looks for the final hour, goes for the pin gets broken up. Frog splashes are all around. TJP hits Yo with a detonation kick for a near fall. Leo Rush counters a leading town with a poison rhino, which looks beautiful, by the way. Hits a Spanish fly. Yo and Rush hit 3K for a near fall. Leo Rush and Akira Francesco Akira trade strikes between one another. Leo Rush hits the springboard, the springboard stunner. TJP counters the direct dive with a small package for the pinfall to retain the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles. And that's a win for United Empire, which I don't think they were doing very well for the rest of the night. A fun little opener match. I other people I know about Leo Rush. I know about TJP. Yo is great. All that stuff. Next up, we got KAIRI defending the IWGP Women's Championship against Tam Nakano. This I was a little disappointed by not the match itself. The match was fine because they're both fantastic pro wrestlers. But I did not like the fact that they only got like They only had like 5 minutes, and they only a total of 6 minutes in the ring, which is very disappointing. Given the main event, the two big main events matches got 35 minutes each. So, but Tam Nakano comes out with her Cosmic Angel gear. KAIRI comes out with which looks to be an entry she had set for WrestleMania 36, which, by the way, KAIRI is the only woman in history to ever compete at a Wrestle Kingdom and a Wrestle Kingdom and a WrestleMania. So that's kind of a big deal there. The match starts. KAIRI gets Tam Nakano on the ropes, hits her in the torso, holds KAIRI, fights out of a headlock, hits an arm drag. Nakano uses her flexibility to counter KAIRI Sane's offense maneuvering that list. The two women stare down while lying on their stomachs. KAIRI smacks Tam Nakano loudly, might I add. Both women fight to their feet, exchanging blows. KAIRI hits a beautiful spear. KAIRI's spear is very underrated in my opinion. So I think that is a very good maneuver that she does there. I'm glad she has added to her repertoire moves. She calls it the I believe she calls it the interceptor. I believe is what she calls it. KAIRI remains dominant. Maintains dominance rather. Climbs into the top rope to look for the what she was. It looked like she was going to go for the insane elbow. Instead, hits a diving forearm for a near fall. They trade blows. Tam hits a spinning heel kick. KAIRI rolls out of the ring. Tam climbs to the top rope. Nakano then dives off the top rope to the crossbody to the floor. Nakano rolls KAIRI back into the ring. Nakano hits a bridge German suplex, which is beautiful for a near fall. KAIRI counters the suplex. Staggers Tam Nakano. Nakano blocks with a spinning back fist of her own. Nakano then hits a violent screwdriver for a near fall, which is awful to look at. And frustrated, Nakano starts getting frustrated at KAIRI here. KAIRI comes back with spinning back fist of her own, which KAIRI's spinning back fist is fucking disturbing to look at. She will knock the shit out of you with that move. KAIRI hits another spinning back fist again, just same thing. Climbs to the top rope, hits the insane elbow for the win at 5:57. KAIRI retains the IWGP Women's title. After the match, as KAIRI is celebrating, the lights go out, and we see the debut of Mercedes Mone, the former Sasha Banks. done with WWE. It's official. She's moved on to bigger, better things. I am excited to see what she does in New Japan and Stardom. And supposedly, the rumor going around is she'll be the surprise partner for Saraya at Dynamite next week. She comes out. She's got that Bam Bam Bigelow hairdo going on, which looked very interesting. I wasn't expecting that. She calls herself the CEO. She hits KAIRI with this bizarre maneuver. I don't know what to call it here. She says, "I'm the standard. I'm the conversation. I'm the blueprint. I'm the CEO of this women's division." It says that she will see KAIRI at Battle of the Valley at San Jose on February 18th. So it's going to be KAIRI defending the IWGP Women's title against Mercedes Mone. This will be KAIRI's first trip back to the United States since leaving back to Japan in, I believe it was July of 2020. So that should be good here. Next up, we got the IWGP Tag Team titles. FTR defending against Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto. Hiroki Goto's great. I love Hiroki Goto. This match, only 10-10, which was not very short for an IWGP Championship match, especially for a FTR match. They come on here, Cash Wheeler, to Yoshihashi, and then immediately takes Yoshihashi down to the canvas. Yoshihashi fights out of a few shoulder tackles. She fights out, starts taking some few shoulder tackles on Cash. Dax tags in, Goto tags in. They trade blows. Yoshihashi runs in to help double team on FTR. They fight to the outside. Cash Wheeler hits a huge suicide dive. Cash rolls Goto back into the ring. FTR hit Goto with a powerplex for a near fall. FTR hit a dragon suplex bridge combination for a near fall. FTR are all over Hiroki Goto, but Yoshihashi comes in, saving Hiroki Goto. Goto counters Big Rig, then hits Dax with a Ushigoroshi. Yoshihashi tags in. Cash Wheeler then tags back in. Yoshi starts hitting some chops on everyone outside of Goto, of course. Dax tags in, but Yoshihashi maintains dominance like he was doing. Hiroki Goto then tags back in. Dax counters Shoto's attempt at whatever he was trying to do. Cash Wheeler breaks up another of Shoto's maneuvers. FTR hit Big Rip on Goto. Yoshihashi was able to break the pinfall up. Yoshihashi and Cash Wheeler tumbled to the outside due to a suplex. Hiroki Goto counters two power driver attempts. Goto hits Dax with a diving headbutt, a huge headbutt, not a diving headbutt. Goto hits a vertical suplex on Yoshihashi, not on Yoshihashi. Yoshihashi then tags in, eats a pile driver from Dax Harwood for a near fall. FTR hit Yoshihashi with a spike pile driver, but Goto was able to break up the pin. Cash Wheeler gets sent to the outside of the ring. Goto and Yoshihashi hit Shoto on Dax Harwood for the win. New IWGP Tag Team Champions, Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto. That did not surprise me. That was kind of the more, I guess, unsurprising results of the night. Everybody kind of figured because they already lost the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles to the Briscoes back at Final Battle. Then a few days ago they lost the AAA. It was last Wednesday. They lost the AAA Tag Team titles to Dragon Lee and Jalisco. Who again who just had signed with not Jalisco but Dragon Lee, who just signed with WWE. So there's that. We got the finals of the New Japan Pro Wrestling World Television Championship Tournament. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Ren Narada. Ren Narada, actually. This was a 15-minute match. This was like a very good technical match here. Zack Sabre Jr. is phenomenal at what he does. One of my favorite wrestlers on the planet. I believe this is his first match since the split of Suzuki-gun. Comes out with a new look, a new attitude. But Zack Sabre Jr. gets in Narada's face. Tensions start rising. The young former Lion starts hitting off with a series of strikes. They lock up. Zack Sabre ties up Narada with a straitjacket. Narada counters with his own straitjacket. A test of strength result in both men trading strikes. Narada drops Zack Sabre Jr. Both men continue back and forth seesaw matchup here. Near the end of the match, they fight to their feet. They start hitting uppercuts. Zack Sabre Jr. hits a series of strikes and elbows. Narada counters with a bridging exploder suplex for near fall, which was fucking great. Zack Sabre Jr. Twists Narada's ankle, but Narada was able to get to the ropes. Zack Sabre Jr. starts hitting a series of kicks to a seated Narada, who's just on there. Narada backs back with a series of kicks of his own, which was then because Zack Sabre Jr. kind of brought that on to part of himself. Narada hits a Northern Light suplex for a near fall. Beautiful Northern Lights, by the way. Sabre goes for the triangle choke. Narada kicks out basically gets out of it. They trade blows. Zack Sabre Jr. hits a Pele to the arm, Pele kick to the arm. Narada slaps, basically just starts slapping Zack Sabre Jr. Narada locks in a chokehold. They trade roll attempts, near falls, left and right here. Zack Sabre Jr. and Narada trade Cobra twists, but Sabre was able to lock in the armbar for the submission. 10 minutes, 32 seconds. Zack Sabre Jr., your inaugural World Television Champion for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Very, very fun match. After the match, the former TM61, Shane Hayes, the former Shane Thorne, and Mickey Nicholas, formerly known as Nick Miller in NXT and /WWE, congratulated Zack Sabre Jr., offered him a shirt, TMDK shirt, and Zack Sabre Jr. puts on the shirt, enjoys TMDK. So we'll see where that's going to go there. Zack Sabre Jr. is absolutely one of my favorite wrestlers on the entire planet. So, and I'm glad to see he's got I believe this is his first singles title in New Japan Pro Wrestling as well. Next up, we have the Never Openweight Championship. Carl Anderson defending the Never Openweight Championship against Tam Nakano. This match was not very good. Let's be real. They did when Anderson was coming out, they didn't really mention anything about WWE. So this kind of squashes the rumors of a WWE working relationship with New Japan. Or just something Triple H is allowing, not Kurt Angle, Carl Anderson to do. So, this match, I'm not really going to spend too much time talking about this match. It wasn't really that good of a match anyways. Tam Nakano signals for his own gun stun. Anderson counters. Tam Nakano counters TKO. Tam Nakano counters. There was a lot just back and forth counters. Tama hits a springboard stun gun. Tam Nakano rips off his shirt, signals for another stun gun, hits the stun gun, whatever you want to call it, for the win. Tam Nakano should do Never Openweight Champion. Will we see more of Carl Anderson in New Japan following Wrestle Kingdom? Who knows? We'll find that out at some point. Next up, we got Keiji Muto's final match in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Keiji Muto, who teamed with Hiroshi Tanahashi and Shota Umino. They defeated the team of Tetsuya Naito, Sanada, and Bushi from Los Ingobernables de Japón. This was a fine match. fun little match for Keiji Muto. I did love the opening of the match where it started with Sonata and Muto, who Muto trained Sonata. Muto hits his own moonsault for a near fall. Muto takes out Sonata, hits the Shining Wizard, and hits an animal, and she wants to go for the moonsault, and I was like, fucking go for it. Tanahashi, being the dick that he is sometimes, stops him as Muto retired the move himself, because I even though I could have sworn he hit the move on Nakamura, or at least tried to in the other night. Could be wrong on that one. Near the end of the match, Naito gets led of Umino, hits a big neck breaker. Bushi tags in, hits a drop kick on Umino, followed by a Bushi Rooney. Weird thing to say out loud. Umino comes in, hits a inverted twist and shout. Sonata runs in to help Bushi break free of Umino's assault. Everyone gets involved. Everyone in the match does. Tanahashi hits a sling blade on Bushi. Muta hits the Shining Wizard on Bushi. Umino hits the Death Ride on Bushi. Bushi's just getting his ass kicked at the end of this match, basically. Umino pins Bushi for the win for his team. Muto, Tanahashi, and Umino win that match there. Match that went on for 9 minutes and 20 seconds. So there's that. We got the Fatal 4-Way Junior Heavyweight Championship match. Taiji Ishimori defends against Hiromu Takahashi, El Desperado, and Master Wato. This was actually a really fun match. Two of my favorite turns. This El Desperado, but I love Hiromu Takahashi. This one was actually a surprise to me. I did pick El Desperado to win this match, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Hiromu Takahashi became the winner here. Near the match, all four men start trading attacks. Wato hits a crucifix driver on Ishimori, but breaks up the pinfall near attempt because they were near the bottom, near the something. They did all the breaks there. Desperado, El Desperado stops Wato from hitting RPP. The big tower doom spot nearly sees Hiromu Takahashi. Takahashi gets a pin on Ishimori. Desperado and Takahashi start trading blows. Desperado drops Takahashi with a big punch. Desperado hits a maneuver on Takahashi, then goes for a second one. The second one of whatever it was. Takahashi counters with the time bomb. Takahashi hits time bomb 2 for a near fall. Near the end of the match, Takahashi was able to hit the time bomb on Wato for the win. Hiromu Takahashi is your new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. So that result did surprise me a little bit, not too much, but fun little match, fun little 4-way. Takahashi, I believe this is his 5th IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Match of the night here. My main event, personally, and a surprising outcome, at least, to say that. IWGP United States Championship, Will Ospreay defending against Kenny Omega. This match was fucking incredible. This match delivered and then some. I don't even know how to go over this match. Omega's hitting counters Oz Cutter, hits a V trigger, hits all this great stuff here. I'm not even going to try to do this match justice, so I'm going to talk about near the end of the match here. Will Ospreay hits Chelsea Grin. Ospreay hits 2 hidden blades. Ospreay hits he's hitting basically all his best maneuvers, trying to get Kenny Omega to stay, to try to get him to stay still. He's hitting styles clashes. He's pulling off V triggers and all this stuff. Near the end of it, a hidden blade to Omega's jaw, got a near fall. Omega counters, V-trigger. Will Ospreay hits a hidden blade. Both men were just down and out. They both get to the feet. They trade blows near the end here. Ospreay gains the upper hand but Kenny Omega counters with a straight jacket German suplex for a near fall. Omega transitions into Kamaiega. And then hits a one-winged angel for the win, 34-38. New IWGP United States champion, Kenny Omega. This outcome was surprising to me because I had a lot of people assumed going into the show that Kenny Omega is going to put over Will Ospreay. Did not happen. Though I did say the predictions last night that I would not be surprised in the slightest that one of the first things New Japan does with Kenny Omega bringing him back is to have him win the championship. So I thought that was a very, very, very interesting choice there. And they're obviously going to do this match again. I don't know when they're going to do this match again, but that's going to happen there. Main event. Oh, their main event, not my main event. I had to rewatch this match because I went to sleep after this match because I didn't really care about seeing this match again. But I've heard it was a great match anyways. So, but I'm not surprised of him and who it is. IWGP World Heavyweight Championship match. Jay White defends against Kazuchika Okada. Again, can't really, like, what can I say about this match? It's kind of me talking about it doesn't really do any justice here. Okada sends Jay White back into the ring at one point. Okada slams Jay White and climbs to the top rope. Okada hits a diving elbow drop. Okada strikes Rainmaker, does the Rainmaker pose that he normally does. Jay White was able to dodge a Rainmaker attempt. Okada, Jay White into the face. Sends White to the canvas. Okada does with a very nasty strike. Okada hits another big elbow. Jay White counters with a lariat, spinning Uranagi. Okada fights out of a sleeper hold, or sleeper suplex rather. But Jay White was able to dump Okada to the floor. When Jay White gets Okada back into the ring, Jay White hits a sleeper suplex. Jay White hits a sleeper suplex. White hits a regal suplex for a near fall. Near the end of the match, Okada was able to fight out of a second Blade Runner attempt. White hits a short arm lariat. Basically does the Rainmaker, a version of the Rainmaker twice. Jay White was able to mocked Okada with the Rainmaker pose. Okada counters Ripcord Blade Runner with a Rainmaker for a near fall. They trade blows. Okada claps from the series of chops. Okada staggers White for a little bit with some elbows, and White goes crashing into the ropes. They trade more elbows. Okada counters the Blade Runner with an enziguri. Okada hits Blade Runner on White, which is very interesting. I didn't see that coming. Okada hits a Cobra, a Cobra Flosion, I believe that's what it's called. Then Okada hits his Rainmaker for the pin. Okada is your new IWGP World Champion. After the match, I defeated Jay White. This is a very interesting stuff because we'll see what happens, how this plays out after or tomorrow at New Year's Dash. So this is very, very, a lot of weird stuff goes down at New Year's Dash the very next day. Like somebody gets turned on, somebody gets kicked out of our group. We seen who was it? Oh, somebody got kicked out of Bullet. I think it was AJ Styles who got kicked out of Bullet Club the very next night on New Year's Dash when he was leaving from WWE back in 2016. I could be wrong on that. Jay White refuses to give up his belt, pleading with red shoes, but is forced to relinquish the title to Okada. White gets his feet, shows not a lot of respect towards Okada before exiting the ring. Shingo Takagi comes out to, Shingo comes out to interrupt Okada's celebration, congratulates Okada. Takagi says he hasn't forgotten losing the title to Okada, and he thinks his KOPW 2022 rank qualifies him for a shot at Okada. Challenges Okada and says he'll bring the KOPW 2023 to the match and exits ring. Afterwards, Okada thanks the fans for coming to the Tokyo Dome. He asks the spirit of Antonio Inoki if he liked the match and was watching. Okada asked the spirit of Inoki to keep a watchful eye on New Japan while they head into year 51. Okada does a Antonio Inoki signature chant, and then that's how Wrestle Kingdom goes off the air. Fun show. Not like match of the night obviously goes to Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay. Hell of a fucking match. Surprising outcome. The debut of Mercedes Mone to me was just okay. Something was missing. I don't know what it was about that debut that was missing. The match between Tam Nakano and KAIRI. Oh, sure, it should have been longer in my opinion, but for the time they given, they were able to have a great match. The Junior Heavyweight Championship 4-way, great match, great opening match between the TJP and Francisco Akira versus Leo Rush and Yo. That was a great opening match. Zack Sabre Jr. Ren Narada, great match there. But overall, this was a great show. Wrestle Kingdom always delivers. And now we gotta look forward to the next big, huge show on the 28th of January, the Royal Rumble. So that's gonna happen there. I will not be covering New Year's Dash, unfortunately, but I will talk about it. I will talk about it not tonight, but I'll talk about it on SmackDown for the SmackDown review. But I'll see you guys a little bit later on tonight for the AEW review. The new look for AEW starts tonight. Hopefully new set, new graphics, everything. We may or may not find out who the partner for Saraya is. So, but yeah, if you like what you heard here, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, comment down below, do the social medias at Misfit Podcast TV on Instagram, Misfit Wrestling Pod, Misfit Wrestling Podcast on Facebook, right here on YouTube.com/at Misfit Wrestling Podcast. The multiple not streaming outlets. Well, you guess wherever you can find your podcasts: Spotify, Amazon Music, Audible, Google Podcasts, Pandora, iHeartRadio, and Stitcher. I've been Matt the Misfit. This has been the Misfit Wrestling Podcast, and this has been your review for Wrestle Kingdom 17. I will see you guys back here for AEW Dynamite. Until then, we're out.